Hi everybody, welcome to this installment of Sassy Sonya Sews. We hope everybody's been having a good time, enjoying the nice spring weather. So today we have just a smaller version of quilts that we've shown you. This is from a book that I got, Just One Charm Pack, and that means that you're just using one charm pack pre-cuts to make the different quilts that are in here. It shows you one main version of the quilt, then it gives you another look at it with using a different color to represent, so you get an idea of the different things you can picture in your mind how you want your things to do. So what we're going to show you today is something that I made for a benefit that is coming up. Someone that we know every year gives a benefit to support juvenile diabetes. And so this year I wanted to contribute. I thought, well, let me get my act together, see if I can get everything coordinated and if I can give something for the benefit. The person who passed and who the benefit is in honor of was a huge Boston Bruins fan, and so they always try to do something that represents the Boston Bruins. So this year I wanted to help support that and them in their strive to raise money for their cause, their benefit. So from this Just One Charm Pack book, I selected the quilt pattern of bow tie, and as you can see, it sort of kinds of gives you the impression of a bow tie. And so I thought, well, since we're trying to exude Boston Bruins, let me try to get Boston Bruin colors. But anybody who knows, when you go shopping for fabric, they don't necessarily have, this is the green that you use for the Boston Celtics. This is the red that you use for the New England Patriots. This is the red that you use for the Cardinals. So you kind of have to see in your mind's eye things that you have pictures of for these different things and try to match them as much as possible. The black obviously is an easy choice, but trying to match the Bruins yellow to any fabric that any quilt fabric store had was a little difficult. So I put my best effort into it, and so this is how the quilt came out. As you can see, the bow tie area next to it, we have the little black squares and offset by the Bruins yellow. So I did select some team sport fabrics from the team sport area, and I put them all together, and this is how they came out. I will say that before I did the quilting on it, the yellow was very, very prominent. And so I was like, I need to do something to kind of tone it down a little bit. And so that's why I selected to do the binding in a darker kind of fabric, so that next to the yellow, it would kind of tone it down a little bit. When I was selecting the quilting design, and by that I mean the quilting that is on it, the circles that you see here, I wanted something that would kind of give you the impression of a hockey puck. So that's why I wanted a design that was in a circular motion. And so obviously you can see that I did black fabric, or not black fabric, black thread. And so quilting that in the black areas and on the team sports, you can't really see that quilting thread, but in the yellow areas it shows up very nicely, and it helps in toning down that yellow that was kind of in your face. And so I felt that it turned out pretty good. There are basically only two quilt blocks in this. It looks as though it's a complex design being put together, but in all reality, it isn't. You have two sewn blocks or pieced blocks, and then you have a solid block. So one of the blocks is, you can see this block here. This is a half square triangle block. Then you have this one here, and this is a 4-patch. So it's all, and you can see the block here. So it's just a matter of how do you, and then of course we have the solid yellow that helps create the design that you see. So if you're looking at it, you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's like trying to solve a puzzle to get this put together. But it's just a matter of putting those 3 different blocks in a correct placement, and it gives you this design that you see here. So, and as you know, when I'm doing the backing, I try to get something that's a little special. So since it was a little bit of a darker front, the back needed to be something that wasn't very bright. I thought of doing different blocks, larger blocks for the back, and having a large pieced back. But then I decided, you know what, I like this. So this is actually, you know, just regular 42 width fabric that, you know, I sewed so that it was big enough. And actually I didn't even have to do that by the width of the fabric. I just needed to make sure that I bought enough so that it was long enough. So it came almost to the edges, and so this is just one solid piece of fabric. You can't really see the quilting on it too much. You can see the design, but it doesn't stand out on some of the other projects that I have done for you. You can see the binding on the back side. On this one, I sewed it on the back first, and then I brought it to the front with a very narrow tacking down seam right there, so that it has that little bit of a break to help break up the yellow. And so that is our benefit quilt. And so we hope that you enjoyed seeing this. We love to see the subscribers that we continually get. We thank you very much for being subscriber to Sassy Sonya Sew. We thank you for viewing our videos. We thank you for leaving comments for us. We so appreciate you and your support of us as we continue to grow Sassy Sonya Sews. So as always, happy sewing.